We're the Popcorn Poppies, and we're back with another video. We're going to be reacting to The Bear, Season 2, Episode 3, titled Sunday. I'm Milo.
I'm Los Dos.
J-Rat.
Let's get into it.
It's okay.
What is he in right now?
I don't know.
Is that alcohol?
I'm trying to start from a healthy place.
It's kind of like
a positive
I can't remember exactly.
place. And
He went for like his
I think
brother.
it's-
at
yeah, that's the goal,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's like some kind of support group though.
Like people.
Addicts. Like,
I think when I was a kid, anything that would give me any sort of excitement or amusement or enjoyment, it always got kind of fucked. I don't think my family meant to ruin it or anything like that. I don't think they did it on purpose, but I think sometimes they try too hard, or they'd make promises that they weren't able to keep. Remind myself that the sky is not falling, that there is no other shoe, which is incredibly difficult because there's always another shoe.
Bridgeport,
COVID.
known to be the neighborhood diner people counted on for the past 7 decades, is closing its doors for good.
Yesterday, the restaurant made the announcement that it would be closing.
That was such a
permanently.
wild time, bro.
Loves the food. They love the service.
Beloved
They love
neighborhood
this
restaurant
restaurant.
that is
News came as it closed yesterday.
Like the worst time to try to open.
Grand opening.
He didn't come, bro.
what were they even doing?
Demo crew.
Yeah.
Just hitting the broken debris.
That's awesome. That mom got a promotion. She's a hard worker, and that's important, right?
Yeah, but you still have to pay child support because fair is fair.
I love taking care of you, and I always will. You know that?
I know, Daddy.
All right. Give me a hug. All right, back attack. Here we go. I'm gonna watch you until you go inside, okay? I love you. And Eva, I love Taylor Swift too. I just needed a break, you know?
He was about to go to school talking crazy.
Did you really give me a fake number?
My dad hates Taylor Swift.
Oh, she found his real
Claire?
number. That's
My
crazy.
feelings be hurt? I think they're hurt.
What should you look for the posting of the job offering?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, no. That must have been a mistake.
You know I know your entire family and all the facts, right?
You know all the facts.
Yeah, I know all the fucking facts, and they're gonna come beat you up. Okay, one, is it okay that I have your number, or did you really not want me to have your number?
No. It's I want you to have my number.
Okay, say that one more time.
I want you to have my number.
You're pushing it, buddy.
Okay, cool. Are you busy today?
I'm busy every day. Tell her. Yes.
So
Okay, can you just not make this weird? Like, I just need a favor. My cousin bailed on me.
what, Big Denny?
No, Mac. Denny's dead.
Oh. Damn, Denny.
They're really big boxes, and I need a really big car. Do you still have that van?
Yes, no, we do. We still have that van. I am in.
Really?
She's sneaky, bro.
Yeah, really.
He's about to get tricked into a girlfriend right now, bro. One more event like that, and they're dating. Dude.
Hi. What can I get you?
You get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
The Aki way.
The Aki way. Well, Bev, what Bev you getting?
Yeah, the orange drink. If you know, you know.
Orange drink.
No.
orange iced tea?
No, my dad.
No, it's
got
just
it.
the orange drink,
Orange
bro. If
drink.
you know, you know.
Confidence leads to decision making.
Hell yeah, that's how I be eating my McGriddles. Throw that aspirin right up in there.
On a McGriddle?
Hell yeah.
I do that
Muffin,
sometimes. I do that sometimes, but low key to McGriddle, like it hits so good on its own. Just throw a little ketchup on it.
I
God
hate,
damn,
I hate
crazy.
ketchup.
Well, we
McGriddle
know you
sometimes
be-
I eat separately.
We know how you are. So I'm not even go.
Well, him too. He's worse than me.
I am. I am.
You don't even know what he's agreeing to.
Talk about that.
Ketchup is pretty bad, but
Dun, dun, dun.
Slice up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that looks so good.
Her job right now is to eat.
Does that go into the short rib?
This is the end of the short rib is where the navel begins, and the only thing that separates it is that little line of cartilage.
Where you at right now?
We're actually about to open up a new spot on Orleans. Yeah.
Always trying to be the best.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's not bad. It's just, a lot.
Is there a timeline to opening?
We want to open in May.
Yeah.
Okay. Great response.
She out here doing the fucking Spygate, bro.
If there's any advice that you have, I will take it.
I know that you're going to have great food.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that your hospitality and service is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And make sure you have a great partner, someone you can trust.
It's the second time that came up.
Yeah.
Why do you think it closed?
We had a terrible business partner who took all of our money and flew off to Hawaii. I wish that wasn't a common story in this business, but, these things happen all the time.
What's your profit share?
Oh, not like that. We're just, we're working together. Yeah.
Got it. Been there.
And
I just, listen to your gut.
Damn, why Carmen about to fuck her over and shit, bro?
Everybody's mentioning partners.
Well, damn, you over here trying to mess with these women, bro. You're not focused. Look at them.
I honestly feel like she needed to go and do that on her own, though. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like the responsibility that she's gonna carry, I think that helped her a lot more. Just like being thrown into it instead of like being there with Carmi and him kind of leading it,
hi, what are you doing here?
I love shaker.
Richie, you're just spreading shit everywhere right now.
Yo, I'm spreading shit into the same pile you are.
What is this? What happened?
Well, you got wood rot, you got termites, you got roaches, you got dead raccoons.
Raccoons?
And rotten wood, so obviously the wall is fucking gone. This isn't a facelift anymore.
Yeah, pal, I think you might be right.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like, terrible.
Sorry.
Sorry, you would have preferred that we...
Me?
That I call you to tell you the walls are rotting and they need to be knocked down?
Yeah, exactly.
For next time, what should I have done?
This just feels like obviously a really big decision, and it would have been nice to have been included in it.
Okay, got it. No. Next time the walls need to be knocked down. There's nothing we can do about it. I'll let you know. Thanks, Chef.
Yeah, thank you, Chef.
She's hella dumb, bro.
Huh?
Richie's hella dumb. He said, ooh.
You all good?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
So much for-
We're hiring if this doesn't work out.
Stop. Fuck me.
So. Should I have a freak out? Just crashing out, bro. Okay. So big takeaway. She's starting to doubt her trust in her partner. So that's what I was kind of wondering about right now, as this was going on and on. How much of a partner is she exactly? Does she have like money invested,
Well,
or just because she's like the sous chef?
so that's the thing that's kind of.
Or is it because she's like not taking pay
It's-
for a certain amount of time? It's like,
Yeah, it's kind. So it's. I feel like that question is in the same realm of the question you asked earlier about like how is he in debt, but then there's it like. You get what I'm saying? Like it's up. Everything is up in the air. That's the best way to put it. Because of the
well, because
situation.
my question is like, the way I kind of saw it was like, obviously she's helping him and she's essentially like the manager in a way, right? Like she's helping him run it, but like, it's his restaurant. You know what I mean? Because she came in like talking about. I guess she's probably like, yeah, she's just after hearing all these things that people are talking about. But I mean, he's gonna do what he wants at the end of the day. If he wants to break down the wall, you're not gonna tell him no.
Or she just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't against it. But because of the whole trust thing and the fact that he was supposed to be there with her all day.
Yeah.
And like he answers the door. She gets greeted with the wall being knocked down. And nothing is said about him like ghosting her the whole day. You know what I mean? So it's like that on top of what everybody else is saying. First it was her dad, then it was all these other people that, you know, she obviously had connections with, whether they were friends or she used to work with them or whatever the case. Yeah, all that is just like hitting her in the face, basically. Like, watch out.
Planting doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of doubt.
Yeah, but I like the episode. I think it's just showing even more. Like, I mean, obviously that was only the third episode, but it's showing a lot of emphasis on her relationship with Carmi, but also just her relationship with herself and like where she's at in her life, what she wants to accomplish, how she's going to go about that. And like I said, I think the fact that Carmi wasn't there sucks. And like it does add into that doubt, but I think it was really good for her.
Yeah.
To go and like do all of that on her own. Like as far as her character development, like her becoming that person that will like have to have all that responsibility, I think it helped her out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think my favorite thing about that episode was kind of like the editing, and we really haven't talked about editing much on here, but specifically in this episode, I liked how they use it to kind of like showcase like what's in her head.
Yeah.
Like seeing
the flashes
of
They did
stuff.
something like the last season too, right?
Yeah, they do it a lot, but
They
we
do it a lot,
never
yeah.
really like talked about it. And it's like showing her creating the plate in her head and
Yeah.
like the city and all the stuff she's trying and all that stuff. And like herself, her younger self, like pictures of herself. I really like that. I feel like that's my favorite part of this
Mhm.
episode. Just like the editing and that little montage of her figuring out that plate.
Yeah, I think most of the episode was, focused on her and kind of with, goes into like the last episode, you're seeing how much she's really going to have to do.
Yeah.
Because for Carmi, he wants obviously for it to work. But I think for her, she's striving in a sense to prove herself. Like that star matters to her.
Yeah. because she hasn't had it yet.
Yeah, and he's already done certain things in his life where I know who I am as a cook, as a chef, or whatever.
Yeah, they have the same goal, but two different motivations behind it.
Yeah.
So he obviously wants that. He wants the restaurant to do good, but it's like her purpose that she's trying to find is different than his, but they're both going through the store to get it, or the restaurant.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode pushes it a lot more in front of you as to where she's gonna, like, what she's gonna have to really have on her plate.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see that she's like frustrated already.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a lot more things that need to happen.
Yeah.
For that store to get anywhere near ready.
Mm-hmm. And then Carmi is not on it right now.
Yeah.
A little distracted.
Yeah. The side quest.
Yeah. Carlos, why do you think he gave her the wrong number?
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, seems like they've already done something. You know, they've already had some type of past.
Mm-hmm.
He probably just knows her. Like, bro, I know who you are. Like, I know where this goes. That's what it feels like to me. It's like, so just based off the last interaction from the last episode,
yeah,
the way she talks to him, she's running game because she knows him, right? And that's why it's so easy for her to do that. It's because she's coming with this confidence of, at least this is how it feels.
I
right?
know what I'm gonna get in response.
Yeah. And then it's the like her knowing what the restaurant's gonna be called. Right.
That was a money play.
That's a money play, but also that shows that, like, she is not. This isn't some random person.
Yeah.
Because that's something, like, dear to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's very telling in the sense of, like, he trusted her with information. And even after whatever happened, I don't know how much time has passed, whatever, but she still remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And her remembering, he's like, fuck. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like he's just, the way it seems is just like he knows already that this is a side quest that takes me places I probably have already been, and maybe, you know, for whatever reason, maybe he messed it up, she messed it up, but it's just another loop to fall into, it feels like, it seems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Been there, done that. I know where it ends.
Yeah.
And he might go back into it. It might be different. It might not, but I feel like he was probably just like, let me just fucking protect myself. You know what I mean? Whether it's because it was bad or he just knows it's a distraction.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to give himself the benefit of, let me not go back down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But she's persistent. Very persistent, it seems.
Yeah.
And it seems like he likes her. Like, I mean, if he was comfortable with her enough to tell her those things at that time, probably was a strong connection there at some point. And that's probably why he's, you know, falling back into everything. You know what I mean? Because she was running game as if it didn't need to be ran. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this for the sake of doing it, but, like, it's not really necessary. It's like she went into the game knowing she would win. You know what I mean?
Just too confident.
Yeah. That's why it was funny, I think.
That's how it felt to me, at least.
When you were like, when she started like speaking to him and saying things, you were like, oh, just like give her a ring now. Like, I laughed in my head because I was just like, I was like, I'm curious what you're going to say the next episode. Like how you're going to feel towards her.
Yeah, it seems like he's already like.
Because in that moment, you were probably like, oh yeah, she locked in, like she cool.
Yeah. She just seems like she'll be more hassle than it's worth. You know what I mean? And the only reason I'm saying that is because he gave her the wrong number. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he didn't do that, then I probably would think something completely different. You know.
Yeah.
But the fact that he made the decision to like to do that, because she's pretty, she's obviously interested. Like at the end of the day, like, yeah, I mean, why not just see what's good with it?
Yeah.
But
he
knows better.
But I was gonna say, because like I remember watching this for the first, like when I watched it for the first time, I kind of had that same reaction that you did, like when he first, because they did it perfectly, like that scene where you know that there's a woman there, but they don't show her yet. You just see the reflection; it's blurry, but you know it's a woman, and they're holding that frame for that reason. You're like, okay, it's got to be somebody he knows or like something. Then they have that interaction. I'm like, oh, like my first thought was like, oh, he needs this. Like this is gonna be somebody that's like super supportive and like, you know what I mean? There's something deep there. And then like I remember watching this episode and I was like, but I am watching The Bear. So like there's gotta be like, you know what I mean? There's gotta be some more here that I'm missing. And this episode was like, it showed me that there's something up.
So this if just based off these little two pieces of interaction that they had, he's gonna start talking to her. It's gonna go, you know, at first it's gonna be like, damn, okay, I'm still attracted to you. And this is me assuming that they were together. Like that is an assumption, but I'm gonna roll with that for now. So, you know, they talk, they start to remember how much they like each other. But then he gets a little bit distracted. Then something else happens, and he remembers why they're not together. And then they don't talk no more. That's how it's gonna go. Something's gonna happen. They're gonna not, get into a fight or whatever. But
yeah, we're gonna have to watch.
I feel like it's just based off the two things I saw. It seems like one of those things where you go and come right back up into reality. Like it just sidetracks you. To be honest, she seems like she's gonna sidetrack him, and that's about it.
She already did step one. Yeah. He didn't even acknowledge the fact that he was.
It just feels like one of those things where he's going to give it the benefit of the doubt initially, and then just end up feeling like, I knew why I didn't talk to you to begin with, and it's gonna be like him reaffirming to himself, like, yeah, I knew why I gave you the wrong number. You know what I mean? That's just what it seems like.
Yeah.
They fall in love actually, and they're together.
I feel like I have a little bit different take than you, Jay, on what you were saying.
Oh, like the first time you watched it?
That and like Future.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, but when we get to the point, I'll clarify what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's literally just like predictions for Future. Like
Yeah.
after watching the second season, I remember there was like TikToks of like predictions of what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
But like I have my set predictions of what I think should happen.
Yeah.
And yeah.
For the newest season?
No, for like just the characters in general.
Yeah, I remember watching it for the first time, and like I had that same like seeing her, and I was like I thought it was like a light, like, oh shoot, like this is gonna be good for him. And in this episode, and kind of just seeing their interactions, like you said, the things that she was saying, and like how confident she was in saying it, and then like it wasn't manipulative.
It was,
but it wasn't manipulative.
She didn't have to call him in any way, shape, or form to get that thing done. That's how
no.
That's why
what I'm
think it
saying,
is.
what I'm saying wasn't like, when I say manipulative, I mean like in a negative way, like to like gain something negatively.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was manipulative in nature, as in like she didn't have to do that, but she was doing it to connect with him. Like it was like, you know what I mean? Like she was just using certain moves strategically to get in contact and like connected with him.
Yeah, but also Carmi is kind of easily manipulated
Yeah.
in that situation with her.
With her, yeah. Yeah.
Because there was some sort of past.
Right.
So I feel like you're saying, like she went into the game knowing she was gonna win.
Yeah, she knew exactly what to do, exactly what to say.
And that's how it was with the asking for the van. Like
Yeah.
she knew she was gonna get the van.
Right. And it's like,
You need the address? He said, nah, I've been there
Yeah.
plenty of times.
it's like
I
mean,
know, I know where it is.
it's game, you know what I mean? And I think that's why I didn't want to call it manipulative, because I mean, you've been in situations where you're talking to a girl and you're like confident. You might not have history with her, but like you're confident with like how she's speaking to you, to where like you could say certain things to like kind of like get something. You know what I mean? Like whether it's like let's go hang out or like let's go get a drink or whatever the case. Like you know certain things to say and certain things not to say. You know what I mean? So you're manipulating the situation, but not in a bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just like you playing your cards right. That's basically. But I remember like watching that episode and going, yeah, I don't know about her.
Alrighty, that was our reaction to the Bear season 2, episode 3. Overall, good thoughts. Still moving forward with the storylines and everything of this season, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Peace.